Hello, this is a basic introduction to CarMusTy. In case you're wondering what CarMusTy is, it's a all-in-one environment for typesetting Carnatic music songbooks. Essentially, it allows you to enter song notation and lyrics and generate PDF songbooks out of it. There are numerous advantages of using CarMusTy. We'll cover those in a later sections. For now, we'll start with the installation setup and settings on how to start editing a songbook and how to deal with the options, etc. As you can see, this is the home page for CarMusTy where you can check out samples and documentation, download, etc. In the beta stage, it won't be much of there, but in the final stage, it will have enough information. Okay. To start with, the CarMusTy can be downloaded from the project download page. So right now it's in 64-bit beta setup stage, but if it has some other files in the later stage, you'll be able to download it and use it. CarMusTy internally uses a couple of dependencies which will be found in this dependencies directory. So this is the total file directory here. Right now this is the setup.exe you might want to download. And if you just want to download only the dependencies, you can go to this dependencies folder and then download this. You really don't need to use the process if you just download this setup.exe. It will automatically set up everything for you, so you'll be there. While setup is installing the CarMusTy, just make sure that in the path you don't have spaces, any spaces. Use something like this, C:, any directory which doesn't have any spaces in the path, because CarMusTy, it has a couple of dependencies which will read the templates from particular directory. So if you use space like program, files, etc., then the space will become a trouble when it's trying to load the templates. Once you're done with the installation, you'll have this CarMusTy running. So this is the primary application window you'll be seeing. So you can see here there are a couple of dockable entities. These will be populated once you enter the song notation and once you have the editor later. Okay, let's start. The lower section here is Carnatic music songbook. That's what you are going to mostly deal with. And you can see here there is a pre-populated song and verse. And then you can see the notation, lyrics, and a couple of buttons here. And on the side, right side, you will see sections, verse, song, book, etc. These are the properties. One good thing about the CarMusTy is you get lot of tips whenever you hover your mouse on anything. And also there are multiple features that you might be interested in. For example, if you don't like the font size of this, you can just go to edit, UI preferences, and just change the font here. Or maybe I just want to increase the font size. Okay, I want this font size because maybe I'm not able to read it on my big screen, so I just want to change it. And then you will immediately see everywhere it will be applied. And so it's, and this is just one of the features. You'll find this a recurring theme in the CarMusTy. You'll be able to tweak almost all settings, and there is almost unlimited control over what you can do. Okay, now to go to the basics, in this video we'll be just covering what are these options and how do we use it, and in a later section and in the maybe in the manual we'll be covering in detail as to how to control these things. So in the notation we'll be entering things like sarigama. So we just enter say sarigama, and then in the lyrics section it's the equivalent of the notation. For example, like Muddugare Yashoda. Sorry, Yashoda. And you just say add, and this line will be added to this song. Okay. Now, suppose you think that you just mistakenly entered something. Now what you can do is you can go here, click on that line and select this first button, select the add upload mode, you say update, and then you can the knee, and then you say update, so that line will be updated. Now if you want to add one, if you want to go back to the add mode, just click this T button here, and that will automatically switch into add, and then you will be added one more. Okay, right. Okay, now how do you enter other notations like G1, G2, Ga1, Ga2, etc., and Ni in the lower octave or Sa in the upper octave? They will be covered in later videos, but I'll just try to show you, like Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da. You need to enter the space between the notes. Pa, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa. If you want to go to upper octave, just have this quote here. If you want to go to double upper octave, double no, quote 2 times, not double quote 2 times. Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni, Sa, Re, Ga, Ma. If you want to go to lower octave, just put a dot after that. Ni. Da. Sorry, Da. And I say update. Okay. So now I have 2 lines here. What do I do if I want to add a verse? Just right click anywhere in this song book section. You can say add new verse. So this will be added to the same song. And then add this. And make sure that you are in the add mode. Add. Just like that. So a couple of adds. Oh, no, by mistakenly I have added this line here because it was highlighting there. What do? You just drag and drop. Okay. And no, by mistakenly I have dragged and dropped. What do? Just go to edit, undo, drag, move, Control Z here. So like that. Yeah, I did not want to drag, move, but I wanted to copy. What do? While dragging, just press hold the control, and you will have this. So these are the same basic operations, and of course you will be able to move up or down these verses. For example, let's say I want to move this verse to the top and the one to the bottom. So click this button, shift up. That will update the song with the second verse in the first place and first one in the later one. Now this is basic. So now we have a song. What do I do with this? So next step is I want to generate a PDF for you. So here, this third button, PDF preview, or you can go to the songbook section here, menu here, and build preview. Now let's click that. Okay, it's asking me to save it. Yeah, you need to save your file before you can build it. But what if I don't want to save it? I just want to check it, how it comes without saving. That can be done. There are options which can be set in the CarMusTy. As I said, there's nothing you can't control. So you can set it so that it won't ask you to save it before building it. But then saving it will be a useful option. Okay, let me save it someplace. Let's say trial. Just save it. Continue with the build. It will take some time. You just have to be patient. It might look like it is stuck, but it will just keep going because these are all Unix tools. These are very professional tools and very high-end tools too, and they take a lot of time because they need to calculate the position of each and every character. Now as you can see here, these windows are filled up now, these docs, fonts. If you don't want this, you just can close it. I usually keep it here so that I can go back. Now this window here, this section, it has this section is the PDF preview. Now let me maximize my application and let me drag it a little bit below. I can't drag it. Okay, you can always close this one if you want. You can open it back by going to window menu, show, and then Carnatic Music Songbook. Okay, so alright, here is my preview. Now this is the PDF it has built. So this is the first page which says book title, subtitle, book. It shows those values because I didn't change them. We can always go back and change them later. But this is the first preview. We just entered the song notes. But where is my song? Okay, you need to go to the next page in the PDF. This, remember, this is the PDF, and there are a couple of pages here. You can see in the lower right corner here, page 2 of 3. It shows that. I don't know if you are able to see it there, but that. Okay. Contents. So this is the table of contents. Okay, before we move on, let's understand a little bit about this PDF. As you can see here, this is a PDF document created at this location with creation date, creator, and all this, author, CarMusTy, producer, and etc. etc. This PDF book this PDF book is available for you to print at any time. You can save this PDF and send it across. It's just like any other PDF. Right now we are just previewing it, but later you will be able to publish it too. In the beta, the option may not be available, but in the final version it's available. Okay. So, but you will still be able to access the PDF through this path. You can always see the path here where it's generated, C:, etc. etc. You can always go to that path and will file this PDF, even in beta versions. Okay, so this PDF has a particular professional layout system. It's not like randomly set up. These follow publishing standards, which you will be able to control through various options in CarMusTy. This is the title page. After the title page, you will see the table of contents, which lists all the songs. In our present case, there is only one song, and as you can see, you will be able to click these links. These are clickable links. So if you send this PDF to somebody else, they will be able to just go through it like a HTML document, just like the. I mean, you must have seen all these clickable links in PDF. So just you'll be able to click this, and you can go to the page which has that song. So these buttons here allow you to navigate through the page, previous, next, last page, first page. So to start with, this is the title page, and there is this small icon here that will allow you to see the details in magnification, just in case you are not able to see it. So this is a tool, CarMusTy tool. Next, the table of contents. Next starts all these songs which you have set up. So as you can see, our songs has 2 verses, 1, 2, and they are laid out here, but not in a beautiful way, but that's because that's how I entered the notation. I should have entered it in a correct way, but you get the idea. So this is the page number here, and then book title here. All these are customizables. I'll show you with a slightly corrected version of this song. And this is the last page. Now let's go back to the songbook and see, well, what can I do for this? Now this is the song. It says on the right hand side, you will be able to see all these properties or attributes, whichever you call it, for this song. You will be able to control these, like what I want to change this song title. I don't want it to be called a song. This title comes here, as you can see, after number 1. This is the title, and also here in the contents song, whatever you name it here. So let me say song title. Well, actually you might want to put something reasonably. Muddugare Yashoda. And now go back to the generate PDF preview, or in the song menu build preview, click it. And wow, as you can see here, the title are changed. And now I want to add the particular raga for this. I want to say, okay, this song is in, say, I don't know which raga. Yeah, let's say Mohanam, Talam, whatever. I'm just giving some random values here to showcase how it works. In reality, you might want to add the correct values. If you don't know the correct value, just leave it empty. So I don't know the other, so I leave it empty. I don't know the composer, I don't know the singer, I don't know the movie. I mean, it's not from a movie, but so I'll just keep all these things later. So these are the attributes that define various properties of this song. And this notation and lyrics, these are important things that you might want to control. Notation, if you see here, there are a couple of languages here: Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, Telugu, and lyrics. So these allow you to change the song notation to different languages based upon your requirements. Say, let's say I want the song notation to be in Telugu, and the moment you select Telugu here, you can already see the preview here. Sorry, within the brackets. Now I want the lyrics also to be able to in Telugu. As you can see, you can control lyrics and notation language independently. That's one thing you might want to do. And suppose, what if I have 10 songs and I want to change all the songs to one particular language? Should I go and select this notation for all? No, you don't. You can just say inherit book settings, and then you can just change the notation for the book section here, which will automatically apply the same for all. Okay. Let me explain this a, with an example here. I'm loading another file which I already edited. Okay. This is a file which has a song with a couple of real verses, and then some just sample songs. Now let's try to build it. Okay. Okay, it says that because the song notation is entered. We'll come back to that. But if you go to contents, you can see Srigan and all that, and you can see here Srigan, Raga, Tala, all these properties are being set up. Okay. Now, what is this book title 3? Why is it coming like that? That is because that is the book title. Under the book section, you can see book title 3. But why is it coming like that? That is because we have selected this content option to be in Telugu. So it is trying to translate that. Now let me say content no transliteration. Book title 3. But still you will see your song in the in the Telugu language or whatever language you select. Now you can see. So there are a couple of things here. You can see it's a little bit more more beautifully aligned. That's because these are real verses from the song rather than some Dumbo thing. Uh, and you can see raga and tala attributes being set up here. But the song title comes in English. Why is it like that? I want the song title to be in Telugu. Okay. So this notation option here controls the notation. Lyrics controls the lyrics. Lyrics means the lines in the song. And the content here controls how the titles, page sections and all other things should appear. So let me change it to Telugu back again, content Telugu. And if I build it, now you'll be able to see the title also in Telugu. That's it. Srigana Raga Tala. But still Raga and Tala are showing in English. How do we control that? Those are very advanced settings we'll be dealing with later. But right now, once you enter this song, it looks like this. And okay, here there are a couple of songs, and this one is in Telugu, and these are all in English. Now I want to change the notation for all to say Tamil. Just click Tamil, and you can see Tamil, Tamil, Tamil. But this doesn't change because for this song we have set up this notation to be explicitly Telugu. We didn't set up to inherit the book settings. If any particular song need to inherit the value set up for the book, then it need to say that okay, let me inherit this book settings. Then it will also be going to Tamil like this. But if a song, if you want to override that particular song with one particular language, you just say notation Telugu for that particular song, and it will automatically select that. Well, these are very simple settings you'll be able to gain control over. So I'm just trying to showcase you how they work. And one important thing is, okay, I got this Sri Gananada here. How did I get that? Okay, so this is the first song, right? So number one, song one, Sri Gananada. That song title, that is the song title here. So that is the song title here. Now one good thing about CarMusTy is you just need to type it in the correct way, and it will automatically translate all the typed entities into correct language based upon your section. We selected the content to be Telugu here. So whatever I typed in the title, it automatically gets translated into Telugu. To get the correct translation, I just need to type it correctly. For example, if you see here book title, that's not right. So what do I want to read it like? Okay, let's say I want to read it like book title. Then I need to type it as book title. For example, I'm trying to type it here, book tie. You can see the preview here book. I want to say tie. And there is a syntax for this. This is based upon the Phonetic Transliteration library, and you will be able to get all these entries on how to enter this correctly from the documentation page on the CarMusTy website. Essentially, there is a small difference, like whether you are typing it in the small or caps for this for these values. If you type it in small, you will get some different letter, while you type it in larger, you will get some different letter, and that only applies to this transliteration, not for the notation. Book title, I want to say tie title. Okay, and I don't want to say book title. Okay, now let me try this. As I said, the build takes some time. Now you see book title. If you go to the first page, you'll see book title, and of course subtitle is also not correct, so you need to change the subtitle also. Sub TITIL and just change it. Subtitle. Okay. Okay, let's say I don't like that subtitle, I just want to undo it. Now you can go to edit, undo, and it will automatically go back to the previous one here. Okay. Now, what is the advantage of doing all this in CarMusTy? One thing is, I have entered the song Raga and Tala here for the Sri Gananada, Vagadiswari, Tala, Trisra Ata. I mean, they may not be correct, but just some random values here. Now, if you see in the contents, table of contents, you'll see a couple of interesting sections here. Index of ragas, index of talas, index of authors, composer, singers. These are automatically generated by CarMusTy based upon your values. So if I say index of ragas, you will be taken to Bhavapriya song 6, Vagadiswa Sri Gananada, Vachaspati. So these will give the page, these will automatically index your content based upon the raga content. For example, I want to go to Vagadiswa Sri Gananada. Click on this, you will be taken. So essentially, for example, there is this song here, Raga, Salagam, composer, some names. Essentially, these are indexed values. For example, Raga, Bhava, Priya. These are indexed by index of ragas, or index of talas, or index of others, or index of composers, or index of singers, movie, etc. So there is one more thing, like if you right click it here and the line, you will be able to see the preview of the MIDI, how it sounds. For example, let's say preview MIDI. I go to this and I say play. You will be able to listen this. If you have a MIDI out card, you just play and you will be able to listen this, whatever the notation you entered. Or you will be able to save it as a MIDI. So it asks you to select some destination file with MIDI type. Click it and you will be able to save this particular notation. So if you select this line, you will be able to preview the MIDI for only that particular line. If you select this verse and say preview that, you will be able to see all the lines in that. Or if you select this song and say, then you will be able to see both. Now, different verses in a song might have different ragas. So here on the top section, top right, you'll be able to control the individual raga settings. If you don't set anything for a particular verse, then it automatically gets it from the song. So it's like this. Book overall controls the overall notation, whereas particular individual song controls are only for that particular song. And there are, within the song there are multiple verses. So these verses, either they have individual values or they get their values from the song. If the song doesn't have anything, then they'll get the values from the book directly. And then there are advanced settings which will not go right now into, which let you all control so many things like fonts, book layout. It's a whole new section. It requires a whole new couple of hours of videos altogether. Song layout, verse specialization. There are so many things. You'll be able to say PDF title, keyword, subject here, which will be automatically entered into the final PDF. If you distribute it, the PDF title will also be available to the distributed copy, and you can maintain your own copyright for that. And then, for example, I'll show you a couple of things here. Let's say we want to go to, say we want to change the papers ebook. and let's rebuild it. And remember, whenever you change something, it will automatically save that if because you have already selected. Okay, what did it change? The size here, the layout size. You may not be able to differentiate it till you actually save it and print it. But if you have some understanding of pages on their sizes, you can see here this size is more. Let me show you with another simple example. Let's take A6 paper. Okay, usually we use A4 paper, but I'm saying A6 paper. You can see the size change here. But how does it affect? Let's see. Let's zoom in and see. Here, if you remember, a whole song was put on a single page earlier, but now you see the first line was in a page, and then you have to click next page to get the next line, next line, next line. So this will how your output, if you print it, will look like. And now it has 27 pages. 27 pages. That's not right. So now what if I want to put it in a landscape mode and across, say. And by the way, if you don't know anything about the paper types, you just click at or hover your mouse on that one and you'll get all this list of what the sizes are there. As I said, CarMusTy is rich in tips. Wherever you go, you'll get whatever you need to get it done. So let me select Imperial wallpaper, whatever that is. I never heard of it. But then that's one. As I said, these are standards, publishing standards. You don't need to know about them to use them, right? Wow. This comes like this, and let me see how my song is laid out. Click on this. Okay, not bad. It looks like more of a wider page. That's because that's how I selected it to be. Okay, that's it. Okay, that pretty much covers for now. And there are so many things like setting templates, save as templates, and so many advanced options. We'll go lyric gap. You just have to dig in yourself and do it more, or read it from the documentation. This is just introductory thing of what CarMusTy can do. And by the way, let me change it to some other language, Tamil and Hindi, and show you how it looks just before we go. See, notation, the top line is in Telugu, whereas the song itself is in Hindi. So once you enter something, you will be able to change dynamically on the fly and regenerate it and save it and send it across. Okay, Tamil, and of course in the beta sections the fonts might be a little bit giving some problem, but in the final version all the fonts will be fine. So go ahead, give it a try and have fun. Is there anything else I need to show you? Well, that's it pretty much. Okay, go ahead and have fun. Good luck. And by the way, use the forums if you have any feedback or if you have any questions or anything.